Filipino boxing legend and former Senator Manny Pacquiao has added another dimension to his political ambitions by vowing to create a peace panel aimed at resolving the long-standing maritime dispute between the Philippines and China over the South China Sea. If elected as president, Pacquiao said he would prioritize diplomacy, national unity, and regional cooperation to protect Philippine sovereignty while also maintaining peaceful ties with Beijing. The South China Sea, a vital waterway for global trade and a resource-rich maritime zone, has been at the center of tensions for decades. China claims nearly the entire sea through its so-called Nine-Dash Line, a stance that has been widely rejected by international law and challenged by several Southeast Asian nations, including the Philippines, Vietnam, and Malaysia. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague ruled in favor of Manila, invalidating Beijing's expansive claims. However, China has refused to recognize the ruling, continuing its military buildup and reclamation activities in disputed areas. Pacquiao, known worldwide for his achievements in boxing, entered politics in 2010 and served both as congressman and senator. In his latest campaign message, he highlighted the need for a fresh approach to foreign policy, rooted in dialogue and mutual respect. "We cannot afford to escalate tensions," Pacquiao said during a recent address. "If I am elected president, I will form a peace panel composed of experts in diplomacy, security, and international law to engage China and our neighbors in constructive discussions. We must protect our rights in the West Philippine Sea, but we must also pursue peace and cooperation." His proposed peace panel would reportedly include former diplomats, legal experts who contributed to the 2016 arbitration victory, and retired military officials. The goal, Pacquiao explained, is to create a unified front that balances national security concerns with economic opportunities in trade, investment, and tourism. "The Philippines should not be seen as weak, but neither should we seek unnecessary conflict. We need a strong, united voice," he stressed. Analysts have noted that Pacquiao's stance diverges from both hardline and conciliatory approaches previously taken by Philippine administrations. Former President Benigno Aquino III brought the dispute to the International Tribunal, resulting in the landmark arbitration win, while his successor Rodrigo Duterte downplayed the ruling, favoring closer economic ties with China. Current officials have oscillated between asserting sovereignty and engaging in joint exploration talks. Pacquiao's proposal, experts say, represents an attempt to chart a middle course, assertive but non-confrontational. Critics, however, have questioned Pacquiao's diplomatic credentials. His rise from humble beginnings to global sports stardom has made him a national icon, but skeptics argue that navigating the complexities of geopolitics requires more than charisma and fighting spirit. Forming a peace panel sounds good in theory, but the real challenge lies in convincing China to compromise, one political analyst observed. China has been consistent in rejecting any ruling against its claims. Pacquiao will need not only skilled advisors but also regional and international support. Supporters, on the other hand, believe Pacquiao's international reputation could serve as an asset. With his global network and stature, they argue, he may be able to attract attention and goodwill from world leaders. Pacquiao himself has emphasized his faith-based outlook, promising to lead with integrity, honesty, and a vision of peace. "The Filipino people deserve leaders who will fight for them, not with guns and warships, but with diplomacy, fairness, and courage," he declared. Beyond sovereignty, the stakes are high. The South China Sea is estimated to hold vast reserves of oil and natural gas, alongside one of the world's richest fishing grounds. It also serves as a major global shipping lane, with about one-third of international maritime trade passing through. Any escalation in the region could disrupt commerce and undermine stability across Asia. For the Philippines, asserting its rights without provoking conflict remains a delicate balancing act. Pacquiao's peace panel proposal has already sparked discussion across the political spectrum. Some view it as a pragmatic solution to an intractable problem, while others dismiss it as a campaign promise lacking concrete details. As the Philippines heads toward another presidential election, the South China Sea issue is once again expected to dominate foreign policy debates. National security, sovereignty, and the livelihoods of Filipino fishermen will remain central concerns. If Pacquiao wins the presidency and follows through on his plan, his administration could redefine Manila's approach to the dispute. Whether he can transform his reputation as a champion in the ring into a statesman capable of handling one of Asia's most complex geopolitical challenges remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that the South China Sea will continue to test the mettle of any Philippine leader. For now, Pacquiao's message is one of hope and cooperation. The sea should be a source of life, not conflict, he concluded. Through dialogue, unity, and faith, we can achieve lasting peace and prosperity for the Philippines and our region.